Damon Gonzalez from Latinbox Sports, your boxing champions.
Hey guys, good afternoon. Damon Gonzalez from Latinbox Sports. Welcome back. This is our Friday edition of Latinbox Sports Slip Punches Show. We're happy and we thank you, all the followers and friends and everybody that comes onto the show and joins us, with all the fighters, all the trainers, the cutmen, the promoters, the fans, everybody that just gets involved and connected out here in the boxing world. Today we have a special guest that we're bringing on the show, and we're very delighted and happy to have this guest come on. This guest is an amateur fighter, but a very decorated amateur fighter, and we're looking forward in speaking to her. Let's bring on Daisy Bamberger to the show. Daisy Bamberger, welcome to the Slip Punches Show.
Hi, Damon. Thank you for having me.
Hey, good afternoon. Listen, we are so delighted to have you on the show. You are a fighter that you've been well known in boxing all over the world. And I say all over the world because the unique thing about amateur boxing today is that it's not confined. Mm-hmm. You know, fighters today are recognized and known, and it's just a beautiful sport. And it's great that a young champion like you in the amateur ranks that are, I mean, we can't even begin to start discussing and talking about all the nationals, 10 nationals you started off with, and all the titles that you have won since what, the age of 11? How old are you now?
I'll be 19 next Friday. 19.
That's awesome. Walk us through that. Walk us through the beginning stages of your career. And of course, you're out there in California, right? Everybody's being safe in the family. Everybody's good.
Yeah, everyone's just trying to stay safe, you know, take it as serious as it is. So we've been good.
So Daisy, you're a young, talented fighter. You take boxing very, very seriously. And we would like to know a little more about you. Why don't you tell the fans a little more about yourself and about your career?
I actually started boxing. I actually got into the gym through my dad. You know, he was an amateur boxer himself. And when he would train, he would take me to the gym with him. But I was never allowed to train. They wouldn't let me train. You know, I was a little too young. I was maybe 4 at the time. Then when I got a little older, you know, I was overweight. The doctors had told my parents, you know, I was pre-diabetic. So my dad had took me and my brother back to the boxing gym, and he took us as a way for, you know, me to build self-confidence and to lose weight. And he actually thought my younger brother was going to be the boxer.
Oh, okay.
But I ended up being the one to start competing. I started at 11. You know, I went to my first and ever since then I've, you know, just continued to go to national tournaments.
That's awesome. Big shout out to Team Dynamite Daisy B, to your dad and everybody involved in your team camp, because we're talking about, again, it is just such a long list of POW tournaments, of USA boxing tournaments, so many fighting tournaments that you've been involved in, and it's all to basics at a young age, going on the road, running, doing everything it takes. Talk to the young kids out there. Why is this so important to you? You know, you got goals set, and we're definitely going to talk about that.
You know, boxing's so important to me because it's giving me, I feel like it's really giving me a purpose. You know, I wake up every morning and I have a goal, and every morning, you know, I wake up and I just get ready and do what I need to do to reach that goal. So that's what I feel like, you know, boxing has really given me a purpose.
That's great. And listen, hey, with all due respect, big shout out, big congratulations. The city of Hayward honored you. They honored you with a proclamation, and they recognized you. How incredible was that when you got that phone call?
That was amazing. You know, that they wanted to do that. It started to feel like, you know, all of my hard work has paid off. So, you know, I was very thankful for that, and thankful to my city for taking the time to, you know, recognize me.
And I'll tell you what, you know, again, there's such a long list of fighters. You, Roxy, I can stand here and just name hundreds of young, talented fighters in the sport today. and no matter what it takes, it's above and beyond. Going to Colorado, training, everything that it takes. You have networked with everybody. I mean, amateurs and pros. How gratifying is that? Being a young athlete, you are to give, not only to receive but to give.
Oh, it's amazing. I feel like it means a lot to give to be able to be an example to the younger girls or to other people to show that like no matter like boxing, especially for girls, it may seem like something scary, but it's sorry about that, my dog, but boxing, it's just like it's really it's been basically I'm thankful to be able to be a role model and to show that no matter how big your dreams are, go ahead, go and chase them, so
Now, again, you as a young fighter, this is a job, this is work for you. It's gratifying that you're able to wrap your hands, put your gloves on, get in the ring and spar with just about anybody. You love what you do. And I want you to translate that and talk to the fans. How important is that to you? Because you seem like a very hungry athlete, and the best is yet to come for you, of course.
Oh no, yeah, that's definitely important. Being able to work with another local girl, Lupe Gutierrez. She's the number 2 at 125. She actually just won the Olympic trials.
That's right. Congratulations to her.
I've been able to work with girls like that, and it's just been it's like, wow, if I'm in there with those girls, like that's gonna be me one day, winning the Olympic trials and doing stuff like that. So stuff like that, just it makes me hungrier, and it makes me, after sparring with top amateurs or pros, it makes me hungrier, and it makes me want to go get back in the gym and work on those little things that I need to work on to keep elevating. So
And again, watching the older fighters, meaning the pro fighters, you see champion Clarissa Shields, Michaela Meyer, the Serranos, you see so many pro fighters that are representing, Katie Taylor, so many that are representing the professional pro level of sports. How motivating is that to you? And I know you've met and spoke to so many of them through your process, and that's real important to talk about those experiences.
No, that's definitely been important to me too. They're paving the way for me. So when I'm in the pros, they're breaking barriers down, and they're setting goals for me, and I hope to one day achieve, like, I want to be like a Katie Taylor, a Michaela Meyer, or Clarissa Shields. I hope to be like them, but for myself, even go even higher. So
Yes.
yeah.
Awesome. Daisy, real quick, when you were 11 years old, could you think back and say, this is kind of what inspired me or led me to the sport? What was it that intrigued you at a very young age?
What definitely intrigued me about it was that, I'd say, I played team sports as a younger kid too, but just being in there and knowing that I didn't have to depend on anybody, that's what, it's just on me. I'm just in there with somebody else. It's just at the end of the day in boxing, it's, how they say, may the best man or woman win. So that's really definitely what intrigued me.
Inside and outside the ring. Daisy, congratulations. You graduated high school. That's what I'm talking about. you got through school. You're an intelligent young lady, and now you're looking at what? You're looking at the California State University.
Well, actually, right now I'm enrolled in a local community college because they have a firefighter program, and I was very interested in that. So I've been taking prerequisites to actually get into a fire academy. So that's what I've been up to with school and stuff right now.
So on the other side of the coin, besides being a world champion, which you will be, on the other side, you want to run into fires?
Yeah.
That's what you want to do? Really? Talk about that.
Man, I really just I feel like that's just, the best way another way I can give back to my community, outside of boxing. I feel like there's so many things I want to do, and that's one of them. Just really how we talked about, being able to be a motivation. I feel like even outside of boxing, being able to give back to my community who's, who's already showed me so much love. I'd love to give back to my community, my city by, that's what I got to do, being a firefighter. And of course, I feel like that's so outside of the box too for a woman or for a girl to be. I feel like, yeah, so I'd love to be a firefighter.
Make no mistake about it. Beautiful brawlers. There's so many different outfits in the sport of boxing that support you. The WBC, so many people support you, and of course, other fighters. You're at a point in your life that you and your team, Team Dynamite, all of you guys together, you have such a caring heart,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just by the way how you handle yourself around people. It's not just in the ring, but it's outside the ring. What are some of your goals that you vision yourself doing? Maybe giving back to the community, or helping out, or doing drives. You have anything that you ever think about in that kind of perspective?
I definitely one day like to have my own nonprofit, maybe like an after school club type of thing, whether it's through boxing, helping kids stay physically fit, just something like that, something to give the kids in my city or wherever, a place to go to, stay out of trouble, to make friends, to build confidence, stuff like that. I'd love to one day do.
Now let's get into something, and that's really wonderful, Daisy. That's really awesome to hear. And let's now look at the vision.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at the vision in which there has been thoughts of, from what we're hearing in the media, from what we're hearing in the boxing media. You have visions of 2024. You have visions of Paris, France, the Olympics. How important is that to you? And it gives some feedback in regards to, is this what Daisy's ready and prepared to move forward towards?
Yeah, definitely. This is Paris 2024. It's been a dream of mine. Before they changed the age limit, I never knew if it was going to be 2020 or 2024 for me. But I have my sights set on 2024. And I've been getting ready for this since I was, 6 years old, since when I started boxing. And so I'm just hungry. I'm determined. I'm willing to do whatever it takes, to get there. So, I want to bring back the gold medal to the United States and to my city. Yeah.
Is there any goals that you and your team are going to set up fundraisers and different things to promote you going to the Olympics?
Yeah, definitely. As it gets closer, we'll probably have a lot more fundraisers, stuff like that. We'll definitely work on.
So from the gut, just, you're obviously a fan of boxing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you love boxing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a passion. Who are some of your favorite fighters? When you look, I mean, they're all great, and there's some that are building and they're doing what they need to do. It's a really, really tough sport. But when you watch TV or you see them live ringside and you're watching a fight, who stands out to you? Who's your favorites?
Well, right now I would say one of my favorites is definitely Teofimo Lopez. I like how he said, it's how he brought in, it's his turn now. It's the younger guy's turn. I definitely love that. And I definitely look up to Andre Ward, even though he's retired now. He's actually from Hayward too. So that.
Wow. Okay. Have you ever get to meet him?
I've met him a few times, but it's pretty awesome that we went to the same high school, we went to the same middle school. So that's.
Wow. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Who else? I like Lomachenko, of course. Terrence Crawford. I like to watch everybody. I feel like in boxing, you can never stop learning. So I just love to watch everybody. If I see something I like, I'll steal it. I'll try to make it mine. So I love to watch everybody.
When you look back at all these years, from your age now to 11 years old, can you look back and say, you know what? Out of every time I step foot in those four corners, every time you step foot in the ring, is there a certain fight that you had? Is there one that is the top one that's like, this is the one that so far in the books, this is my fight. This is the one that is part of building my legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a special fight that you can recall and you can remember?
Yeah, there's definitely one. The 2015 or 2016 National Pals. You know, I had went in there with, you know, my dad had took a team with and I was the only girl. And so, you know, before my fight, he was like, you know, come on, Daisy, let's show these guys how it's done. So I went in there and, you know, I just I let my hands go. And then the ref, you know, the ref waved the girl off. You know, the fight was over in the first round. So I feel like that's definitely been a highlight of one of the fights I can remember. It was just like real, very satisfying feeling of, you know, being able to leave it in my hands and to get the win, especially at national too. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. Daisy, how can the fans and how can people listening follow you on social media?
I'm on Instagram. My is at Daisy Bamberger. It's my full name. That's my main platform I use on social media. So
Daisy, thank you so much for spending some time and coming on the Slip Punches show. We would like you to take a few minutes and speak to your fans. Give them a shout out and say some things to all your followers, all your fans. Keep on punching, girl. You're doing awesome. You're an incredible young athlete, and there's so many stories. I'm telling you, it's awesome that we get to talk to so many fighters. And this is a great privilege and opportunity to have you come on with us because we hope to have you back again. But please take this time to give a shout out to people.
I just want to say thank you to everyone who supports me, my fans, my followers. You know, I really appreciate it. And you guys are a big motivation for me to keep working hard and to stay in the gym. And I just want to say thank you. And I hope to keep making you guys proud.
Daisy Bamberger, thank you so much for coming on the Slip Punches show. Big shout out. Say hello to your dad. Big shout out to your team. We hope to have you back soon, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Right.
Bye-bye. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. The Slip Punches show with Daisy Bamberger. Great young fighter, has some big goals. Follow her on social media. Follow her dream, her passion, and her goals. Nice young fighter. And again, this is a good fight weekend. We got some fights coming up. Top Rank, DAZN, Golden Boy. There's some good stuff happening in the UK with Matchroom. So we're looking forward for a great weekend of boxing. This is Damon Gonzalez. Big shout out to Empire Pro Tape and RX Water. Thank you so much, you guys. We appreciate you. Damon Gonzalez, and we're out, and we'll be talking to you soon. Bye-bye.